Alright gang, this is just a quick recap of what we've learned about rewriting mixed numbers, which is a whole number and a fraction, into a decimal. Now this is a letter W in front of our decimal point, and I've just added this. This is just to remind you that this is where the whole numbers go. Now, to write 3 6/10 as a decimal, it's pretty easy because this 3 is our whole number, this 6 goes on top of the 10, and this 10 is simply that 10. So if I were going to write that, I would write 3.6. So 3 6/10 can also be written as 3.6. Easy enough, yes? Okay, here we have a decimal that we're going to rewrite as a mixed fraction, a mixed number. Here's our 6, this is our whole number. So right away we know that 6 is going to be the larger number. Yeah, it's exaggerated a little bit. Now here we have, how many do we have in tenths? We don't have anything in the tenths. What about the hundreds? Yes, we have a 7 in the hundreds. 7 is on top of the hundreds, so when we write our fraction, 7 will be on top of the hundreds here. So here, 6 to 7 hundredths will be written as 6.07. Still not too hard, right? Alright, here we have another fraction, or I'm sorry, another decimal. We're going to rewrite that as a mixed number. Now again, the whole number is usually not that big of a deal. That is our 5, and that's going to be our big number. But here we have a number in the tens place and a number in the hundredths place. How do we know which of these signs to use, or these numbers to use as our denominator? Well, the one that has the last one to have a number on top of it is the one that we use. The 1 is over 100. We don't have anything over the 1,000, so the 100 is going to be our denominator. So what number do we put on top of our denominator? Put both of them. We put the 30 and the 1. 31 hundredths. So our decimal 5 and 31 hundredths can also be written as 5 and, or 5.31 hundredths. Still with me? Good. Alright, here we have another mixed number. We're going to rewrite it as a decimal. Again, this is our 3. This would be our whole number. This is our 1. And it can go on top of our 5th place. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have a 5th place. All I have is a 10, 100, and 1,000. I don't have a 5th place. What am I going to do? Let's work with equivalent fractions. I'll go ahead and move my 3 up here because we know that's going to be the whole number. But now, what about my denominator? I really need this to be a 10, 100, or 1,000. What I can do is find an equivalent fraction whose denominator is either a 10, 100, or 1,000. And because we know our math facts so well, we know that if we multiply 5 by 2, that gives us 10. Now, mind you, anything we do to the denominator, we have to do to the numerator. If we multiply this by 2, we have to multiply that by 2. Alright, here we have another fraction. We have 4 and 3/20. We're going to rewrite this as a decimal. So 4 is our big number, so that goes in the whole number place. We'll go ahead and put that there. Now we also have a 3 as our numerator, so that goes in our 20th place. So we'll take the 3, put it in the 20th place, right? Oh no. I don't have a 20th place. All I have is a tenths, hundreds, and thousands. I've got to do something with that 20th. What am I going to do with it? Again, let's work with the equivalent fractions. I need to multiply my 20 by something that would give me either a 10, 100, or 1,000. Well, because I know my multiples of tens, anything times with the 0 in it, I can multiply it, get something else with the 0 in it. 20 times 5 is going to give me 100. And again, whatever I do to my denominator, I have to do to my numerator. If I multiply this by 5, I have to multiply that by 5. So let me go ahead and do that. 3 times 5 equals 15. Okay, so now here I have a fraction that has 100 as a denominator. Here's 100, there's 100. So how am I going to write 15 hundredths as a decimal? Since this is my hundredths is denominator, do I write this? No, I can't do that, can I? Because only one digit per line. What I can do, though, is put my 5 in my hundredths and put my 1 right here. So 4 and 3/20 also equals 4.15. Okay, now it's your turn. Write 7 4/10 as a decimal. Write 7 4/10 as a decimal. You know the routine. Go ahead and pause the video. Write the equivalent decimal to 7 4/10 on a sheet of paper. Then come back and let's compare our answers. Okay, go ahead and pause the video. Hey, did you get 7.4 as your answer, or 7 4/10? If so, you got it right. Okay, it's your turn. Whoops. It's your turn again. Can you take that decimal and rewrite it as a mixed number? That's the whole number and the fraction put together. And again, you know the drill. Pause the video. Write 8 and 63 hundredths as a mixed number. Right, did you get 8.63 as your answer? 8 and 63 hundredths? Good. You're on a roll. And we're not done yet. It's your turn once more. Can you take 9 3/5 and write that as a decimal? And again, pause the video while you write 9 3/5 as a decimal. Hey, did you get 9 6/10 as your answer? Or 9.6? If so, you got it right. Okay, this is another mixed number. And it's your turn. Last time, promise. What I need for you to do is take 9 7/20 and write it in decimal form. 9 7/20 in decimal form. And you know the drill. Go ahead and pause the video. Write this mixed number as a decimal. Then let's meet back up to see how you did. Okay, pause the video. Okay, did you get 9 and 35 hundredths as your new decimal? If so, you got it right. Let me know how you did.